Hey everybody, you're watching At Home with James. Please welcome your host, James McGee.
It is Monday, July the 11th, 2022. I am James, you are you, we are here, and if you are here for the first time or the first time in a long time, that's right, we have a voiceover, and it's done live, and each and every episode, it sounds a little different, features different words, and is never the same. This is tonight's program. I'm so happy to be here, coming off of an extravagant previous week of shows in which we had 3 episodes. That hasn't been done in months. Tonight, we burst back into the Radio Shack Retrospective. What is the Radio Shack Retrospective? For the past 4 weeks and change, we have been going through a 2-hour compilation video of Radio Shack commercials that span from the 70s, 80s, 90s into the 2000s. We're also happy to announce that the at-home Big O card is back tonight. More on that much later on. Before we get into tonight's program and the matters at hand, very special shout out to my mother, who is celebrating a birthday today. Want to say happy 100th birthday to my mother, who is probably the biggest fan in the history of the at-home universe. Let's get on with it. I have no time to waste because here's the deal. It's been taking a while to get through this compilation. It's been 4 weeks, but this is the 7th edition of the Radio Shack Retrospective. We average about 10 minutes per episode that we spend watching actual commercials, which in the grand scheme of things, watching 10 minutes of Radio Shack ads on, a day off when you're having your morning coffee, maybe you're in the bathtub and you had enough of the Whitney Houston that you were listening to, that's enough to be sophoncified and satisfied. But not for me. I want to break a record tonight. I want to get through 12 minutes of Radio Shack commercials. We can't do it unless we have tonight's Radio Shack Retrospective panel with us. So, as they say, let's let her rip and welcome to the program Dave Kaufman and Alex Brown. Alex, welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much.
You know what you've gotten yourself into here?
It's been explained to me, I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready to party.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you. Welcome to the party. Dave,
Thank
you've
you.
been here along for the ride. We are true co-pilots on this journey and this adventure that we're taking together. How does it feel? It seems like it's making you go mad because it looks like you haven't shaved in a while.
Yeah, I'm starting to regret this whole thing.
Yeah, well, coming in from the chat, we've got from the real Andrew McKay. Man, I feel like I've missed so much last week, and that is true. 3 episodes were missed, but they're all kind of the same.
Well, that's not true. We navigated probably about 7 years worth of Radio Shack commercials.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, I would say that in the lifespan of the Radio Shack commercials, they've been very different. But in terms of the show itself, this has been the most uniform maybe the show has ever been in its almost 2.5-year history.
Well, if you missed the last episode, I think you missed breaking news that actor James Caan passed away, which happened live on the show.
Yeah, we
Not
confirmed
him
that.
passing away, but
Yeah.
happened concurrently to the show.
Yeah, we confirmed it live on the air, and there's an update. He's still no longer with us.
Yeah.
Still.
I had my fingers crossed.
You thought he was going to pull through.
It's like a Jesus kind of thing, but no.
Yeah, I could see it on the 2nd or 3rd day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Well, I will say, Dave, that wasn't the only thing that happened. On Thursday, we had an episode during the lunch hour. You had a bit of a rivalry with an audience member who's watching in the chat right now. Jay Voorhees, 88, who has already made a couple of remarks in our chat tonight. The first of which being is, quote, "All I want to know is if Taylor is going to be here or not." Had an affinity for Taylor McMillan.
And he was thirsting for Taylor.
He was thirsting.
He's a fan.
He's an only fan.
Also goes on to mention about you, Dave, quote, "His hair is dry now, so that's good."
That's right, because I had done my workout and showered just prior to last Thursday's episode. And it's getting the ringer from Jay Voorhees in the chat.
Getting put through the ringer.
Yeah, getting put through the ringer. Sorry.
You're not getting the ringer.
No, I wasn't getting the ringer. I was being put through the ringer.
But here's the thing: in this chat room tonight, there's a couple people who like to give you a hard time, Dave. And I would, at first I felt a little bad for you, but here's the deal: they've been giving me a hard time since this whole thing started, right? People talk about, oh, I don't engage with the chat. I only love older women. I've been getting the ringer, as you so eloquently put it, for 2 years.
Look, I don't. You don't have to feel bad for me.
Well, I don't.
Well, good. If somebody gives me a tood in the chat, then I'll deal with it the way that I feel like dealing with it at the moment.
Right. There's a new sheriff in town.
Wow.
So, Alex, we briefly chatted about this off air, and we like to do a bit of a recap if people are dropping in. The reason this whole journey began is because some crypto guy took over the Radio Shack IP, sold it to another person who now runs their Twitter account, and the Twitter is very, very salacious. We usually do a Twitter check-in. Dave, is there any updates on the Radio Shack Twitter account that you might be able to share with us?
Sure, let's see. I'll pull it up. So there's of course the Twitter feature Spaces. And they had their squirt space because they made some tweets related to squirting.
Of course.
Yeah, they refer to if you're with a woman who is able to ejaculate, then you should marry her. And someone just walked by behind Alex.
It's the Twitter guy. It's the guy from Radio Shack.
Yeah, you might be. There's a home invasion currently happening.
I live with him.
They tweeted P gifs. I don't know what that is.
Like a urination gif?
Yeah. They also previously had written, if this tweet gets 10K likes, I'll make an OnlyFans account. And I guess it happened because they made onlyfans.com/Radio Shack, looking for people to make contact with, slide in the DMs, flying some people out, eyeballs.
It seems like we should pitch ourselves. We've been recapping what they say and talking about their brand, whether they were in charge of it in the bygone era of Radio Shack or not.
You want to get our people to contact them?
Yeah, like you want to get flown out to the Radio Shack headquarters.
Yeah, I think we got to get Devin on this.
All right.
Yeah.
Devin, you heard the man.
Also, Dave, your hands look gigantic.
What?
There's a... Sorry.
Yeah, you've missed a couple things too as well, Alex. Dave is battling a bout of gigantism.
Yeah.
Gigantism.
I've got forearm giganticism.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it only hit my forearms.
Well.
Then here's this other one. It says, scientists say that this map represents the U.S. in 30 years if we don't reverse climate change. And it's for those listening on audio, it's a map of the states, and it's covered in water. And then Radio Shack writes, this is going to be the U.S. in a couple hours when I see your mom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Implying that the mom's going to be wet.
Well, coming in from the chat right now from the real Andrew Mackay, he writes, quote, you know what they say about guys with big hands? Wet hair.
That's not what they say.
Oh.
They're saying it now,
that.
Dave. Dave's getting the ringer tonight. Dave's getting the ringer, Alex.
I can tell. It's a ringer night.
I'm getting ringered hard right now.
Yeah.
Boss, good morning. Me, thinking about the worst possible thing I could say on Twitter without getting fired. I'm fucking trying to concentrate here. Anyway.
So that might be their worst tweet so far.
Yeah, that was like a C-.
And then any engagement with this tweet will be considered towards our NFT whitelist. So they're making an NFT.
Great.
Well, before we get into it, I'd like to bring up the official at-home Radio Shack Retrospective Big O card, which, as we talked about last week, not to be confused with the Big O, otherwise known as the Olympic Stadium. It is also not to be confused with the Big O from an intimate standpoint, which means an orgasm.
Wow.
This is a
or if you have a hefty friend named Oliver.
Right, that was the third Big O. Yeah, this is not to be confused with a hefty friend named Oliver. So you can see, and we want for you to play along too. This is the official Big O card. It features a variety of things that have popped up fairly frequently in Radio Shack commercials. It includes creepy old guy, a robot, Canadian content, which means a Canadian Radio Shack commercial, a lovely lady, a smooth voiceover, a jingle, which cannot be a song that people know or is popular. It has to be a very specific Radio Shack jingle, a Christmas commercial, a hot dad, a celebrity appearance, a French commercial, a remote control car, or a commercial for the TRS, which is the Radio Shack branded computer. And we've also got 4 free spots.
Wow, the Radio Shack branded computer.
Yeah, the TRS, and then there's a variety of
models.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Now, the question is, are we ready to get into our Radio Shack retrospective officially, as we are about to hit 20 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour?
I'm so nervous. I want to win the Big O.
Well, I don't know what the Big O prize is, but since you've been gone, Alex, we've been giving out a kiss of the night.
Oh, that's cute.
And I give the kiss.
You give the kiss. Okay.
Yes.
I'll have to check with the home invader. See if that's
we want to make sure that I don't disturb any home invaders.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Dave, we reached a milestone in the collection of commercials. How far did we get last week?
We are officially past the halfway mark. We are 1 hour and 10 minutes and 2 seconds into the Radio Shack compilation.
Well, we're about to let her rip. Want to mention Boss Fracture in the chat, quote, I want to win a hefty friend named Oliver. That's actually our surprise prize tonight.
Wow.
All right.
Now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view, ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
All right. You ready?
Yeah, so you added that in.
I was so confused.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean added it in?
Well, it was very similar to when you've been splicing in your own video footage. Not limited to, but including a trailer for the 90s family children comedy Blank Check.
I don't have
I
that.
never saw that one.
Don't remember what you're talking about. But
Well,
I'm
Michael
sure
Buffer has asked us, and my answer is I am ready.
All right. Let's watch the first commercial of the night.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, you got any of these? Ooh, will this leather case fit myself?
Pause. We've seen this one already.
Let's just watch it.
That's a hot dad.
It's not from Radio
We don't know if
Shack.
he's dead. We don't know if he has kids.
Perfect.
You're right,
What
you're right,
about
you're
a
right.
long life battery, a car adapter, a universal remote, cordless computer mouse, an AC adapter for this. Wow, you got wireless speakers, dual headphones.
Whatever you've got, wherever you got it, Radio Shack's got over 10,000 accessories to help it work better.
Oh yeah, got any connectors?
Parts, too.
Great.
Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
All right, so this can essentially function as a previously on the Radio Shack retrospective, but I will say that she seemed like a lovely lady.
Were those batteries at the end?
I think they were like dongles.
Oh, dongles.
I hated that commercial.
It wasn't a great commercial.
Well, again, this one doesn't count for tonight. There's a previous
Right.
one.
Doesn't
so let's
count.
get
So far, I'm not impressed.
let's get to the official first commercial of the night, and we're 3 commercials in.
3 commercials in.
Yeah, well, we had the Michael Buffer clip. We had the
It's not a
previous
commercial.
Fair enough. Let's
Hey, check out this freeze frame.
They're
Brussels
humble.
sprouts.
All right.
That's the best part of the show.
The toys kids eat their Brussels sprouts for are now playing at Radio Shack.
Now, this one is pretty interesting because they've, I think, for the first time, really tried to make it seem like it is truly a kid's store.
Oh, is that like?
That's not what I
have
got
we
out of
seen
it.
That already?
What did you get out of it, Dave?
I got it. That it's a store, but part of their selection of stuff is toys for kids.
Yeah, to me, it feels like they're trying to compete with the Toys R Us or other toy stores.
Oh yeah, we'd have to go into like the historical context. Like,
Yeah.
is this around the time of Toys R Us?
Yeah, this one felt very much meant specifically for kids. We've had other commercials that are meant for kids, but with a very classic adult, voiceover, like, we've got all the things your kids might want at Radio Shack. Where this one, very little kid-like.
Coming in from the
Brussels
chat.
sprouts.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Brussels sprouts are like the bane of a parent's existence in the 90s.
I feel like, in the 90s, parents tried to feed their kids Brussels sprouts a lot more than they do today. I feel like Brussels sprouts, they give digestive problems.
They got a bad rep, though. You just need to know how to cook them properly.
I made a raw Brussels sprout salad that was really good, but it tore up my innards.
Oh, well, yeah.
I like Brussels sprouts as well.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we're all...
Now, if people are playing Big O, you can check off the RC cars, because there was a brief appearance of an RC car. Now, Dave, you wanted to acknowledge the chat.
Yes, but before we do that, since you brought up Big O, now I like to play Big O isolated to each commercial, see if each commercial individually can make a Big O. Because ultimately, if we're playing it on the whole board for the whole night, we're going to make many Big Os.
So I have a question specific to the CanCon wear. Does it have to be like explicitly CanCon, like, it's like the Joe I Am Canadian guy has to show up or something? Or
there are specific Radio Shack commercials for Canada.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not just like a vibe.
When you see it.
You'll know it when you see it.
Excellent.
Now, Dave, one more time, you wanted to mention the chat.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said that the volume on the commercials was low. Some of these commercials are from old recordings. The volume oscillates. So if it's still bad after a few, let me know and I'll readjust it.
Yeah. These are most certainly ripped off of VHS recordings. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah.
Great.
The dog ate my homework. The teacher doesn't like me. I bet I need glasses.
I'm allergic to pencil lead.
Hey, it's your gene pool.
Nothing has inspired more excuses than report cards. But now Radio Shack has the compact home computers with software and internet enhancements specifically for learning. The new Compact Creative Learning series can help kids do better in school, so they'll do better in life. Only at Radio Shack.
Wait, wasn't that the TRS?
Now, what did we settle on, Dave? Is any Radio Shack computer, does it fall under the TRS? Because they're no longer at this point in the 90s referring to them as a TRS.
Yeah, I think we've passed the era of the TRS devices, so I think that it's only fair that we consider any Radio Shack personal computer as being a TRS.
Got it.
Now,
for the sake of the Big O.
There was something that I noticed. Was one of the children in that commercial one of the youngest kids from Malcolm in the Middle?
I thought that as well. Yes.
Yeah, Dewey.
Dewey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we
But
rewind? Let's see.
Here's the thing. Not a celebrity, though, at the time.
Pre-celebrity. Oh, I went too far.
Pre-fame. Oh, no, you went way too far.
For learning. Shack has the...
This guy.
Yeah, that's got to be him.
It looks like him.
Pre-fame Dewey.
I'm going to say it's him.
But again, not a celebrity at this point,
celeb,
so we can't check it off on the Big O card.
But if we were watching Malcolm in the Middle, we could check off celeb and be like, that's the celebrity from that Radio Shack commercial.
Yes, that is correct. And,
that's right, yeah.
Happy to announce that next month the three of us will be back for our Malcolm in the Middle retrospective and special
where we
guest
watch Malcolm in the Middle commercials.
Yeah, all the commercials leading up to that week's episode. And I'm happy to say that Jane Kasmerick will be here.
Oh, great. I love her. Now, okay, would we say that this was also a smooth voiceover? Or...
Interesting. Let's hear it again.
Yeah, can we, Dave?
I'm allergic to pencil lead.
Hey, it's your gene pool.
Nothing has inspired more excuses than report cards. But now Radio Shack has the compact home computers with software and internet enhancements specifically for learning. The new Compact Creative Learning series can help kids do better in school, so they'll do better in life. Only at Radio Shack.
I would say that's a smooth voiceover.
Yeah, that was quite smooth.
I feel like the only thing that made that smooth was the sax that was accompanying the voiceover, not the voiceover
I thought his voice was very, very nice and comforting.
Felt like his teeth were a little clenched during it.
Yeah, it was something about the last line about like the Radio Shack. I was like,
welcome to Radio Shack.
Yeah, a little like always tension in the booth.
Radio, it's not so smooth, James.
Yeah.
With the help of some of our members in the chat, we've uncovered that Dewey is the actor's real name is Eric Per Sullivan, and apparently there were rumors that he was no longer with us. I thought we were about to break more celebrity death news. He is still alive, according to the internet.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Well, they come in threes.
True.
Just like the Malcolm in the Middle kids.
No, there's four.
There are 4 kids.
Are there?
Come on, Dave. Yes. Come on.
Malcolm,
Reese,
Dewey, and then there's the older one.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Who had moved out.
He was in military school.
Yeah. The brother of Hyde.
Oh, Hyde. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is a sexual offender / Scientologist.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to the next commercial.
Allegedly.
No, I think it's proven.
Hey, you heard about that guy, Sean?
He's so cool.
No one's ever scored that many points.
He's going to any college he wants.
The man is unbelievable.
There he is. He is so smart.
From the software for the SATs to the educational and internet enhancements, there's nothing like the new Compact Creative Learning Series. Home computers that can help kids do better in school so they'll do better in life. Only at Radio Shack.
It's really not that complicated.
Let's try it again, okay?
I think that's the same voiceover guy. I even though I've been outvoted, I do think he's a smooth voiceover artist.
He so you are right that this series is kind of aimed at like kids in a sense. Like we got all the stuff that your kids need to be successful.
Yeah, this one felt like it was made for the 90210 generation.
Yeah, that guy didn't seem that cool. Am I crazy?
Yeah. Also, the way it was shot is like very 90s.
Yeah.
You know, it felt like a concerned children's advertiser.
Well, Alex, I'm curious to know, you were a young lady in high school. What would you have thought of this guy, this cool guy?
Oh, the cool guy? Yeah, I probably would have thought he was pretty cool and pretty cute, All
right.
Did he have
probably would have been like, maybe a year older than me. Maybe his name was Carl.
Seems like he's a bit of a delinquent.
Yeah, but that's like, that's what everybody wants.
But he's really smart though, because he was teaching the teacher how to solve a problem.
True, yeah.
Also, he had like what appeared to be a seashell necklace, which is the
like,
coolest
wow.
piece of jewelry a guy can own.
A puka shell necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into it.
There he is, walking down the hall. He's cool. All right, should we go to the next one?
Let's do it.
It's really not that complicated.
Oh, sorry.
Let's try it again, okay?
Or you just wanted to see the hot guy again?
Yeah.
If you're wondering where to go for the gifts kids want, ask the kids. Gifts kids want. At Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
I really like this commercial. My favorites are the Christmas ones, so we were able to check off RC cars and Christmas. But again, not in terms of Dave's definition, an official Big O.
No, but would you say that there was a creepy old guy in that one?
I wouldn't say that he was creepy, no.
No.
Okay.
And he also wasn't a hot dad.
No. We don't even know if he was a dad. It's implied because the voiceover is trying to figure out what to get your kids for Christmas. Why don't you let them tell you?
I think he must have been a dad because that kid was harassing him with a Radio Shack toy for more Radio Shack toys.
He was not hot. That was not a hot dad.
No, he was like a regular dad.
I mean, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
You're right.
Fair enough, right?
But I didn't find him hot.
So, is this the first time we've heard you've got questions, we've got answers in terms of, or is
first time was the last episode of last week's broadcast week. That was I believe the first time, if not the second time, but I think it was the first.
That was the first time, and what's happened is technology has grown and has become so complicated that it's hard to keep in your head how to use it all. So the Radio Shack is advertise themselves as the solution to that problem.
Right. They're the experts.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't say the line. It only appears on the end title card.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's sad that we're starting to know this much about Radio Shack commercials.
I don't think so, because we sort of went into it with the hope of knowing more. No?
Oh,
I don't know if I hoped it. I don't think I hoped it, but there's something.
Well, then what the hell are we doing, James?
Wow.
High comedy here. Let's go to the next commercial.
Hello?
When are you coming over tomorrow?
Can my hummingbird do the mambo?
Sorry, I'm talking.
Very quiet commercial.
You're choking on a swordfish bone? Your Pekingese was cloned. Mom, you need a new phone.
That's what I said.
Oh, sure. Tell Fred. Then we'll all go to Radio Shack together.
Just a reminder, clear-sounding cordless phones and other telecommunications products are on sale now at Radio Shack.
So there's an example where you see you've got questions, we've got answers, but it is only written on the end title card. That was maybe one of their more annoying ads.
I have some concerns.
Okay.
Mainly with the casting. Was that supposed to be his mother?
Yeah, the age discrepancy wasn't big enough in the
I thought it was
actors.
going to be his wife at first.
I thought it was husband and wife, but he was like, Mom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's the 90s, too.
Hey, maybe he fucks his mom.
I mean, look, Radio Shack, you've got questions.
Yeah, we've got answers.
Yeah. That would make him a creepy old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It seemed like his friend who he was shooting pool with was younger than him.
It did seem that way. Great man cave. That was one of the best man caves I've ever seen.
First man cave of the Radio Shack retrospective.
First man cave. Also, I do remember cordless phones back then having terrible reception.
Right.
So this was probably a very relatable problem.
Well, I was just so young that I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I was pretty young too.
Well,
my parents used to tell me stories about it.
Yeah. That's it.
Boss Fracture writes, wow, the voiceover guy was not feeling it. Yeah, that was not a smooth VO.
No, definitely not. I think a smooth VO has to be memorable, and I didn't remember that at all.
No, it was more this. Yeah, that commercial was not memorable. So far, I think we might be hitting the dregs of commercials.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
A quiet night at home. Like any other night, all is calm before the storm.
Severe thunderstorms with possible tornadoes sighted in southwest Hoover County. Please take cover immediately.
The NOAA Weather Radio, with storm alerts, instant weather updates. Selected models on sale now at Radio Shack. It's the one radio that can be a real lifesaver.
Okay, so this is a big one that we haven't seen a Radio Shack commercial since episode 1, as far as I can recall.
Wow.
Also, an absolutely lovely lady.
Was it a lovely lady?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think she was. But I really got like murder vibes. Like, what happened to that family?
It was creepy.
I wonder if she's a single mom. Is
Yeah.
the dad an alcoholic?
That's probably, yeah.
There's thunder. There's a storm. She sounds a little
Is
concerned.
her son named James?
Oh, please.
Wow.
Here we go.
This broadcast is over.
Dave is twisted. Yeah, there's something almost cinematic about this one. This is the scariest of all the Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes.
I thought it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
So what is this product? It's a radio that tunes into emergency channels?
I think so, and like
a pre-ambler
Pre-ambler
alert.
Hold on, did you say an ambular alert?
An ambler alert.
Ambler alert. But also I was concerned. The chair it was like a flash of lightning, and then the chair was empty. So that's why I felt like, oh, this woman didn't make it.
She may have been taken to another dimension.
By her child.
And I also noticed that once they cut to the title card, the closing title cards, they added lightning to the title card.
They did, yeah. I noticed that too. Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Let's watch it again.
She's missing.
Weather updates.
She's lovely.
Selected
This is
models
my
on
favorite
sale
commercial
now
so
at
far.
Radio Shack. It's the one
Oh, yeah.
radio that can be a real lifesaver.
Spooky.
Yeah, maybe this. Remember, they had like a lot of Halloween-based commercials in the fall. Like, I wonder.
Up to this point, we have not seen one Halloween Radio Shack.
Really?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, you don't really necessarily go to buy stuff for Halloween for Radio Shack. Like, it makes sense that they'd have Christmas commercials because you're buying gifts, but you're not buying little snacks there.
But I would picture, like, wouldn't they have like the lawn ornaments or something? I don't really know. I don't know that I've ever been to a Radio Shack.
You might be thinking of Canadian Tire.
Yeah, that could be it. I need to
Radio
see
Shack was primarily an electronics store.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, who knows? We might see this commercial. Looks like it could be spooky.
Let's find out.
Let's hit it.
No.
Get batteries!
People who know power,
No surge protector?
how to control it, are discovering the new Radio Shack Power Zone. More guaranteed long-lasting batteries and accessories for the power hungry.
Oh, that's power.
The new Radio Shack Power Zone. Ask for your Power Zone card. Get up to $23 in free batteries and save every day.
Okay, I really love the idea of the Radio Shack Power Zone. This one featured a trip through time. You had the Vikings, Cleopatra. There was also, I believe, Napoleon Bonaparte. And am I incorrect in saying, was that the guy who played Scotty from the Star Trek show at the end?
It felt like a celebrity cameo, but I didn't recognize the guy. But that could be. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah. What do we think about that commercial?
Power Zone? I liked it. It's reminding me how crucial batteries were to my childhood, where now I don't give a fuck about batteries at all.
No, because literally, when do you need a battery?
What are you talking about? What about when you have like a remote control for your television?
I do, but I rarely have to change the batteries, and I have like one set of rechargeables that I just swap in and out occasionally. But like back in the day, I would go through like a case of batteries a day on my Game Boy or whatever else, Like all of my toys took batteries.
Exactly, and you would steal like one battery from one thing.
Yeah.
To, like, put it in there, and then your mom would be like, "What the fuck? Where's the battery?" Yeah.
Alex, what's going on at home when you were growing up? Your mom swearing at you over batteries?
Yeah, what were her batteries
big
in?
Time. We had a big battery.
Easy, Dave. Dave is twisted tonight. The second I saw him get on our production call with that little Satan facial hair, I knew that he was going to be in a real mood.
Wilding out
Just
tonight.
call me Damien tonight.
And you're the only one here who's actually a parent. I'm worried for your child.
Why are you worried?
Because you're too wild.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get to the next commercial. This looks like the Jetsons again.
Judy, Roger from Jupiter wants you to...
Hold it. No long-distance calls till I make sense of these rates.
Mother! Why don't you go to the Sprint store at Radio Shack for answers, George? Please!
I hate it when she does that.
Wow! Phones, answering machines, and long distance!
But what's it gonna cost?
With Sprint, it's simple. Just $10 a minute, anytime.
Really?
Great! Now you can call Roger.
Roger who?
Oh, boy.
The Sprint store at Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
All right, so again, the second time we've seen a crossover, which featured Radio Shack promoting Sprint.
Third time,
excuse me.
Wow.
Yeah, because we saw a couple Jetsons commercials last week. Taylor, what did you think about the cartoon crossover of the 90s?
Who? Did you just call me Taylor?
Excuse me, Alex.
What is going on here? This guy thinks he's a host. Getting the name wrong.
This is the thing. We saw the Jetsons. We saw the Jetsons last week for the first time when Taylor was on.
Look, we're
Oh, Jay Voorhees is excited.
Yeah, Jay Voorhees is looking around.
Sorry to disappoint, Mr. Voorhees.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I noticed in the chat, these guys are obviously extremely online, like I am, because they also know that George Jetson is born in 2022.
Now, I only learned that just now. I was not a Jetsons fan.
No, but I didn't know either. I just saw it, like, in a tweet or something, and I was like, okay, we're were there, you know.
That's funny because I'm having a son in 2022. And maybe I'll name him George Jetson.
George Jetson Kaufman.
Yeah.
Now, we talked about this last week.
News.
Do the Jetsons count as celebrities? I believe I said
I was wondering that.
I will say that Jane counts as a lovely lady. She is a lovely cartoon.
All right, that's fair, yeah. Let's go to the next one.
Oh, it looks like another movie.
The rush is on to go see the movie Stuart Little, only in theaters. And to get behind the wheel of outrageous remote-controlled cars, only at Radio Shack. Wheel-spinning action, high-flying jumps, zigzagging excitement that can drive you wild. And Radio Shack's the only place you'll find the Stuart Little Roadster. Cars come with everything shown here, each sold separately, batteries not included. At Radio Shack.
Now, they're still hitting it hard with the RC cars. I just did a quick search. We're embarking on the end of the 90s in these commercials because that movie came out in 1999.
Oh, shit. And I would say big time celebrity cameo. With
Is Stuart Little a celebrity? He's a character, though.
Oh, big time. He's an
But
icon.
here's the thing. If you were to search list of celebrities, Stuart Little would not be on the list.
Well, you're searching the wrong list there, James.
Dave, what do you think?
It's a tough one.
I vote yes.
You know, sometimes we come on these polarizing issues that tear our nation apart.
Well, that's why it's important to have a very healthy discourse over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Democratic, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm going to say not a celebrity.
Wow.
All right.
Cartoon mouse.
Yeah. Not even a cartoon. An animated
Okay.
mouse.
Would you say Mickey Mouse, not a celebrity?
No.
Really? I have him right. Say to us.
Now, if we looked at the Big O card,
Even
again,
Steamboat Willie.
in terms of isolated Big O's, I don't think you're going to get one tonight, Dave, if we're playing by your rules.
It's possible.
Oh, yeah, no.
I don't think it didn't happen last week.
I think the most likely to get is Lovely Lady, Jingle, Smooth Voiceover, and Free.
Okay, wait. I think that if we did...
Or maybe Robot, CanCon, Creepy Old Guy, Free.
But I think if we said that the Jetsons were... I think we could do Celebrity, Lovely Lady, Robot, because was the robot made in the ad? Or...
That would not be a Big O, though.
No, it's not a Big O. But...
Yeah. But if we're playing the way that you and I would be playing, Alex, we're getting close to one.
We're definitely, yeah.
Well, here's a question. What do we think the most likely scenario of a Big O is if we're playing with Dave's rules tonight? I think it's going to be the Lovely Lady, Christmas, French, and the Free Spot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I agree with that.
With the Free Spot, yeah. Because, wait.
Yeah.
But you could also do... Yeah.
But you know what? Hold on, though. A French one, the Hot Dad, a Smooth VO, and CanCon. Because if it's French, it is CanCon.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like Lovely Lady, Free, Smooth VO. Oh, Jingle, though. We haven't heard a lot of
We
Jingle.
heard some jingles a couple times.
Hey, guys, maybe we should see some more commercials.
Well, yeah, that's the only way we're
No, I
going to
think we should keep talking about
Right
it.
now, we're basically projecting possible Big O. It's basically like on CNN when it's like, he's got a path to victory if he just gets Lovely Lady and Jingle.
In like there's like a zone.
Yeah,
where...
Wolf Blitzer's got like the...
yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, here we go.
And they're off. Jumping out front is Sam with his
Lovely
project
lady.
on Irish castles. Coming up fast is Marley with hers on iguanas. But from the outside, it's Eduardo with a multimedia Mayan mathematics report.
Now more kids can go to the head of the class, because now Radio Shack has the new compact creative learning series with software and internet enhancements specifically for learning. Only at Radio Shack. Compact home computers that can help kids do better in school so they'll do better in life.
Was there a robot in that one at all?
Didn't see a robot. Was there?
It would have been very close because there was... I thought it was a smooth voiceover. There was a TRS, but no robot.
What about Kids on Wheels? Should have added that.
Yeah, we as time goes on, we might be able to expand the Big O card to a bingo card and feature Kids on Wheels.
Kids on Wheels.
I would just like to say also, since you guys are watching on the delay, when I called out Lovely Lady, it was when the teacher was on the screen and not the children.
Yeah.
I clued in, but I did really think that you meant a child.
No. Now, I thought that was going to be kind of a back-to-school commercial, which we're all familiar. We're familiar with those.
I've heard of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be one. That could be for the potential.
We have not seen one yet.
Really?
I do not believe we've seen a back to school. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Let's go to the next one.
How do we know these toys from Radio Shack are exactly what kids want?
Nerd.
Test them. There's Dragon Ball Z pinball, Elmo's music maker, Barbie half.
You know the kid from Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, celebrity.
Play game and bang. There's even a car like in the movie, only at Radio Shack. Okay, test over. I said test over. Kids.
Toys, each sold separately, batteries not included. From Radio Shack.
Now, that one was interesting because it featured RC cars and they were Christmas themed.
Yep.
Yep. And Jerry Maguire came out, 1996?
Definitely. Jonathan Lipnicki was definitely a celebrity. He was also in Stuart Little, so...
Well, here's the thing. It still is not good enough for a Big O.
No.
But again, that one reminded me of the first one we saw tonight with Brussels sprouts. Very, very kid-centric.
Kid-centric, yeah. It's it's interesting, actually. They stopped advertising the range of prices of their collections of toys. And now they just say toys. Yeah. It's no longer a draw.
Some of the toys were cheap in our previous episodes, like $1.60 for a toy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You don't see that these days. Not with inflation the way it is.
Not in this economy.
No.
Well, maybe at the dollar store. A real cheap toy.
No way. Not even anymore.
I'm going to confirm whether or not you can get a toy for $1.50.
You can, but it probably sucks. It certainly doesn't have an electronic component to it.
Well, we don't know.
It's probably like cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard toys.
Yeah, you just staple it to your forehead.
Available exclusively at Radio Shack. Let's go to the next commercial.
The Radio Shack commercials?
Yeah, the Radio Shack commercials. Coming from the chat in regards to our Dollarama toys, Jay Voorhees writes, "You can, but it is garbage."
Recyclable.
You get a little crappy dinosaur. That's true. Hey, check it out. It's Shaq.
Yeah.
Celebrity. All right, let's watch this one.
Okay, watch closely. Big, small. Again. Big, small. Big, small.
Radio Shack now has cool name brand personal electronics like PDAs, next generation wireless phones, and digital recorders.
You know, smaller is cooler. Hair killer!
Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
Who's that little puppy at the end?
I think his name was Killer.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. He was certainly a celebrity at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know for certain if he was a father at this point, but I think that children need to be part of the commercial in order to indicate that they're trying to have a dad character. And
what about like a dog dad?
There was no Christmas stuff.
Oh, come on, James.
Come on, James.
Have a heart. This is a hot dad.
Father.
There was no Christmas.
It's a hot dad.
Well, every day is Christmas. Isn't that what you say anyway?
I know. I don't. I'm very, very strict about when it's time to start celebrating the holidays.
You don't do Christmas in July?
No, I did watch a Hallmark Christmas movie as part of their Christmas in July marathon. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't bad.
Hey, that's a tall guy, eh? Shaquille O'Neal, big guy.
Yeah, he's a tall guy.
Hey, a big guy, little phone though.
Yeah.
And personal digital assistant?
It's like a Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which my dad always was a big proponent of Palm Pilots.
He was a Palm Pilot head?
And do you think he still has his Palm Pilot somewhere?
Absolutely, they're somewhere.
Oh,
my dad doesn't throw at anything. He's a hoarder.
So like on the A&E series, Hoarders, buried and killed.
Yeah.
Let's watch that next.
Similar to that.
Yeah, I would do a Hoarders episode, but it's a very, very bleak show.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
You never have anybody hoarding anything that's like appropriate.
Sometimes there's some good stuff there. Like they have like their disgusting garage sale at the end. And like the person's always in a chair and never gets up. They got a walking stick.
There's always so many cats.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out the next commercial.
Yeah, maybe it'll feature a hoarder.
Yeah.
Anything else about that Shack one though? I like that he looked at the camera at the end. I want to watch that again.
I kind of like the set he was in, you know?
I thought he looked tall.
Kind of looked like Sweet.
Big.
Coming in from the chat, Radio Shaquille O'Neal.
That's really good.
That's pretty
that was
good, Jay
great.
Voorhees.
Jay Voorhees, 88. You won James's Kiss of the Night.
Congratulations, Jay Voorhees. Call Devin to collect your kiss.
Yep.
Radio Shack now has cool name brand personal electronics like PDAs, next generation wireless phones, and Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
See this? He just smiles at the camera.
It's him. I get to watch and listen.
I hate airplane music.
Too bad.
This is not fair. Enough. Here.
Celebrity.
Now you can both listen. Wow.
Come to your neighborhood Radio Shack for all the cool little accessories you need to get the most out of your favorite electronics, no matter where you bought them.
I can hear.
Radio Shack.
Let me pay you. Come on. How much? No, really. I've got connections.
Who the hell was that?
I'm pretty sure he's a former football player.
Yeah, he's a football player. I don't remember who it is though.
I can't recall his name, but he was often on, I think, like the Sunday afternoon football panel.
Yeah.
Very square head.
Those little wire glasses.
Yeah.
Spiked up
Howie
haircut.
Long. I knew we were gonna get it from the chat. Howie Long.
I like that Jay Voorhees 88 thought he was gonna pull out a gun.
Yeah, it was actually how Radio Shack and you use their Palm Pilot to report terrorism.
It's the Radio Shack Air Marshal.
Yeah.
If only discontinued in
2001.
Yeah, in 2001 April.
Yeah. They took it off the shelves due to disinterest.
Yeah, disinterest.
Yeah. Now again, we have a celebrity.
Yeah, apparently.
But there's Howie Long was a celebrity, but no CanCon, no jingle, no Hot Dad, and no Christmas. So there's no pathway to a big...
Well, Howie Long must be a hot dad.
I don't know.
But even then, it still doesn't. There's no Christmas.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're probably traveling on the holidays.
Yeah.
Maybe the kids are all sitting in different seats, like in Home Alone.
Oh, it's all about the context.
Remember, they're having the times of their lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next commercial.
Lost.
All right.
LG 37-inch LCD TV integrated HD tuner. Akai 32-inch HD 1001 contrast ratio. Guys, please. HD antenna, HD monster cables, wall mount. Come on, challenge
For
me.
LCD HD TVs and the best people to help you figure them all out.
Universal remotes. I'm a tiger.
Go to Radio Shack.
Booyah.
Now, again, this one feels too big of a jump into the 2000s.
Mm.
It happened the other day, and me and Dave were completely thrown through a loop.
Why? Because it was like too close to...
There was one from the 2000s, I think it was 2012, just out of nowhere.
Oh, so this isn't going chronologically.
Well, generally speaking, it has been, but there are some outliers. Now, this is, I don't recall, Dave, many TV ads. This might be one of the few that we've seen.
Yeah, I believe one of the few that we've seen. I actually recognize the blindfolded guy. He's an improviser from New York on the team Death by Ruru, who I quite enjoy.
Oh.
Not a celebrity, though.
No.
Definitely
In
not
fact, he's one of the lesser-known members of that team because I don't even remember his name.
Right.
Now, this one reeks of the 2000s. If not past 2010 even, maybe.
It stinks of it. Well, this commercial, I was thinking about who makes these, like, who put this together?
I don't know. Like,
You have to go through all these VHS tapes and, like, clip them all together into one digital thing?
We should try to find the person and get them on the show.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wasn't this a YouTube compilation?
Yeah, we know the YouTube channel. It's Yeek.
Maybe we can send him a message. I want to acknowledge something in the chat here. Jay Voorhees wrote say blindfolded again, because Dave, I also thought you said it a little weird. You said blindfolded.
Blindfolded? Blindfolded.
Yeah,
wait, let me see. How do I say it?
You said blindfolded.
I know the guy who was blindfolded.
Blindfolded.
Was that right or wrong?
No, it sounded weird. Blindfolded.
I know the guy who was blindfolded.
Blindfolded.
I know the guy who was blindfolded.
This guy, he was blindfolded.
Let's go to the next commercial.
America.
When tragedy strikes, it makes us ask what good can possibly come from it.
As one, we rise up to help.
Forgetting politics, race, and religion, remembering only that we are Americans.
They think we're weak.
Instead, we show we are strong.
Buried beneath our differences, we are simply Americans.
Nothing will or should ever be the same.
So to honor all the lives lost,
James,
let's not get back to normal.
Let's get back to better. America.
Okay,
So Howie Long invests in Radio Shack, right?
A lot of celebrities. I think Vanessa Williams, Ving Rhames, Terry Hatcher, Alex Rodriguez.
Now, what do you think happened that they were talking about?
Yeah, wow. America.
It could have been Enron.
It could have been the collapse of Enron.
Yeah, it was Enron.
Yeah. They still weren't selling anything in this ad, though.
No.
Could have been when the guys from Rage Against the Machine climbed that set at the MTV Music Awards.
Yeah, the Video Music Awards.
Probably about that, yeah.
Or it could have been 9/11.
Yeah.
What's 9/11? Never mind. They didn't try to sell stuff back then.
There was definitely no jingle in that one.
No.
Terry Hatcher, though, a lovely lady.
Yeah, she was. Vanessa Williams was a lovely lady, too.
Show some respect.
Let's see. You're right. Let's see. Let's play F, Marry, Kill.
Okay, Howie Long. Ving Rhames.
Is this also... Yeah, who's this right now?
This is Ving Rhames.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, because there's a variety of people. We wouldn't have enough to FMK.
There's the blindfolded guy, clearly on the plane. Howie, okay, let's break it up by gender.
Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again.
Okay.
America.
When tragedy strikes, it makes us ask what good can possibly come from it.
As one, we rise up to help.
Forgetting politics, race, and religion, remembering only that we are Americans.
They think we're weak.
Instead, we show we are strong.
Buried beneath our differences, we are simply Americans.
Nothing will or should ever be the same.
So to honor all the lives lost, let's not get back to normal.
Let's get back to better. America.
Let's get back to Radio Shack.
Now, they snuck Barbara Streisand in there.
Where?
No, they didn't.
What was... there was a lady, I think it's Barbara Streisand, was right in the middle.
There's this lady. Who's this lady?
It's Barbara Streisand.
This is not Barbara Streisand.
I thought it was Barbara Streisand. We don't know who this is.
I don't know who that is.
She's a lovely lady, though.
Ashley Tisdale. It's not.
She's got a big gem necklace.
Coming into the chat, Boss Fracture really doubling down on his kiss of the night. It's FMK 9/11 edition.
I'd marry Mohammed Atta.
Oh, wow. Let's go to the next commercial.
I just can't deal with this anymore.
Oh, Penelope, wait!
We'll talk about it when I get back.
Definitely a hoarder.
I've done something wrong, and I know that she can see. I've done something wrong, and she won't talk.
With our help at Radio Shack, you don't just buy stuff, you do stuff.
Wow, so this guy got rid of his entire vinyl collection in one day to appease his shrew girlfriend.
Before vinyl became extremely popular, and those albums are worth a small fortune.
Fuck, High Fidelity like ruined everything.
Yeah, I know. This is a funny like instance of that might have seemed cool for a very brief moment, but now
exactly.
he deeply regrets this decision.
I will say I do think the apartment was absolutely breathtaking.
It was a really nice apartment.
It was a gorgeous apartment. This guy, but here's the thing. Not only is he screwed, he had to transfer all of his vinyl manually, so he had to enter all like the metadata for like each track and like.
It's impressive that he did it all in one day.
It is impressive. She left for work.
But I think she was away on a business trip though.
That's an interesting. She was definitely lovely.
Yeah, she was lovely.
She's a lovely lady. Yeah.
She probably was having an affair because she was so pissed, and she got back and realized that this guy just ruined his life for her.
Imagine you find out, Dave, that your wife is having an affair, and the reason is your record collection.
If that was the case, it'd be what the salt on the wound would be if I just to appease her. I just gotten rid of all that stuff, all of my records. She comes home and she's like, "Oh, you got rid of the records? Oops, I had an affair." I'd be
like she would still tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had done such a lovely thing by getting rid of his collection that the guilt was overwhelming. I do want to say, coming in from the chat, we're getting confirmation it was in fact not Barbara Streisand, it was Daisy Fuentes.
Okay, well, first of all, no one except you.
Well, I thought it was
Barbara Streisand.
It was Daisy Fuentes.
Who's Daisy Fuentes?
She's a Cuban-American actress born in 1966, comedian, model, television host, and former weather presenter.
And Dave had all of that memorized.
Fuentes broke barriers as MTV's first Latina VJ and Revlon's first Latina spokesperson.
Nice.
Let's see the next commercial. Ooh. Hopefully this guy's a dad.
Sugar Ray.
Away from my daughter.
Radio Shack has handy products for the whole family, even overprotective dads. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers.
I think I remember this ad.
Well, unfortunately, overprotective dads does not appear on the Big O card. Look, again, another very important episode. Things have drastically changed in the Radio Shack commercial universe.
Yeah.
That was a very steamy spot.
Yeah, you'd call it a spot?
Well, commercials, people call them spots.
No, I know, but that one in particular, you would.
It was one of maybe the second steamiest, because there was also the one with what was it? The guy fumbling with his remote control.
That one was steamier. This is in the top 3 for sure. Probably second steamiest. Lovely lady.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the device was that the dad. They sell sex detectors.
It's basically anything you might need. It's one of those Radio Shack ads where you can buy it all.
But it's not a specific product that detects when your daughter's about to have sex.
No, it was basically
because I would love to own that.
I think it was basically an intercom.
Would you? Would you really?
I mean, right now, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Keep the peds away.
Yeah, this episode has featured a lot of very, much like these commercials, the mood has changed. This episode has featured a lot of very questionable material.
Yeah.
By us or by the commercials themselves?
By us.
I don't
Let's
know
go to the
about
next
that.
commercial.
This year, a Radio Shack associate suggested a GPS receiver for my husband. Later, the kids tried to find Santa with it. And amazingly, it took us to this small town where we found a great little diner.
Wasn't Christmas fun? Yeah.
Chocolate kids.
The kids will never forget it. And it all began with the help I got at Radio Shack.
Pick up a Navigon 2090S GPS receiver for only $159.99, exclusively at Radio Shack.
Now, you could make a claim that we, in terms of your rules, Dave, have unlocked a Big O, because there was a lovely lady. Of course, we have free Could argue there was a smooth VO, and at the beginning of the ad, we heard "Best Gifts Ever." Does that count as a jingle?
It could. It could count as a jingle. You know what? I'm gonna say that was a
more of a stinger, though. I don't know.
It was more of a stinger. Maybe it's not a big O.
I'm forcing a big O, but
if we need one, we could probably take that. But I wouldn't say that it's necessarily not a hot dad though. More of a schlubby kind of dad.
A regular dad.
Regular dad. Christmas, very much Christmas.
Yep. No celeb. No Howie Long in this one.
Well, would Santa Claus be a celeb?
No, Santa Claus is a character.
If you're not going to give me Stuart Little, you can't.
I'm not counting Santa Claus either. Coming in from the chat, Real Andrew Mackay says that he thinks it is a big O. Look, people are free to play however they wish.
Yeah.
It's a free country.
It's free country, America.
All right, let's go to the next one. Time is winding down.
Saca la cámara. ¿Podemos tomarle una foto?
Sí, claro. A ver. No, una más.
Asegúrate de que tus fotos queden como quieres con la tecnología digital de Radio Shack.
Esa está buena. Envíala por email.
Llévate este kit completo de cámara digital con impresora por solo $339.99 después de reembolso. Y con nuestros expertos aprendes lo fácil que es tomar y enviar tus fotos.
You know, I want to go to commercial before back one more time. I noticed that the slogan is different. It's now "Do Stuff."
Yeah, well, now we're starting to unlock maybe what happened to Radio Shack. Times were tough, so their copywriters for commercials really, they can only do so much. Now, there was a celebrity in that one.
Yeah.
What was the name of that guy again? What was his name?
I don't remember his name, but definitely a celeb. I recognize him too.
Someone in the chat is going to tell us there were three lovely ladies.
Three lovely ladies. It's interesting that he, as a celebrity, would take pictures with his fans, get his fans to email him the pictures, print out the emailed picture, and then put it on his wall.
Yep.
It was also the outside of French, the another foreign commercial.
Was it Lou Diamond Phillips?
I believe it was. I knew it was one of those three names.
Right.
Now, of course, Lou Diamond Phillips is an American actor. His breakthrough came when he starred as Richie Valens in the biographical drama film La Bamba.
Right.
Let's go to the next commercial.
Radio Shack, 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 Radio Shack, Shack, Shack.
Radio Shack tiene música. Encuentra tu reproductor MP3 y sus accesorios de venta en
Radio Shack. Oh, we got a jingle.
Yeah, we got a jingle.
Jingle in the house.
Smooth VO.
Yeah.
Smooth VO.
A lot of iPods.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, things have changed, and there was a massive jump from the late 90s into the late aughts right now.
I agree. I think, iPod's one product that I do miss because I did enjoy having that, and I don't, even though I have an iPhone, it's really not the same at all.
No. An iPod was like a very special moment for all of us.
It's the same difference to me.
Really? Wow.
Do you have songs on your phone?
How do you sleep at night?
Well, I use Apple Music.
See, this is the difference. Having streaming on my phone, like streaming music, it's not as fun or interesting to me as when I used to have an iPod and I would download the whole albums. Yeah. I'd have like hundreds of full albums that I would listen to albums.
You can still download the albums, though.
I know, but it's not the same.
Why? It's less work.
Yeah, because...
But there's not as much like curation.
You can literally duplicate the same amount of curation.
I mean, everything you're saying is correct.
Yes.
But there is like this intangible difference. I'm trying to put my finger on what it is.
Yeah, the intangible difference is you don't have to plug your device into your computer. The computer is on the phone.
No, I know.
But you know what's also with the iPod? What was great? It's not a phone. You know,
yes.
like you don't have the internet So you're not like...
No one can interrupt you listening to music with a phone call.
Yes.
And you're not like tempted to scroll, like inevitably scroll the internet because our brains have been trained like little mice.
The later iPods became the iTouch that were essentially the iPhone without the phone.
I didn't like those either. I liked the iPod Classic.
Yep. The one with the little dial.
The dial, yes.
I prefer it now.
Wow.
Way more convenient and easy. I want an album. Look, I got it. It's done. It's done.
So you're not a vinyl. I'm not a vinyl head then.
There's a cap.
I have vinyls, but I only have Christmas albums.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next commercial.
The forecast, plenty of sunshine today with seasonal temperatures.
Dude, clean up.
Heading back to school? Then head into your neighborhood Radio Shack. Don't just buy stuff, do stuff.
Great comment in the chat from Jay Voorhees. That guy's name is Corey.
Definitely.
Yeah. It felt like he was on the way to an American Pie screening or something.
Again, not really promoting any one item. It's just about syncing up your devices to other devices so you can print out your homework, dude.
Very, very 90s in every dimension.
Yeah, bro,
having a big...
that was not a 90s commercial.
No, like
early 2000s. Sorry, early 2000s. Sorry, I meant early 2000s. Having like a long sleeve white shirt with a smaller shirt over it. That was a style for a while.
Also, I forgot that you would like insert the iPod into like a bigger...
Yeah, into like your alarm clock.
Yeah. I think my mom still uses that.
It's very that's convenient.
It's not as convenient as your cell phone.
Not as convenient as an iPhone.
It isn't as convenient, because the sound on an iPhone is quite loud. Not as loud as a speaker, though.
You're right. But if you put it in a glass, amplified.
Oh, that's pretty old school.
Or you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
What we're going to do now is move on to our final commercial of the night, as it is now 15 minutes past the 10 o'clock hour. Traditionally, they've been Christmas ads. I think that the Christmas ads are a thing of the past at this time period during the Radio Shack commercials.
I think you might be right.
No, this isn't going to work. I was going to play the final countdown, but...
Yeah, I could tell you were up to something. I could see it.
It was too long. We would have been we would have been censored.
Yep.
All right, let's play the last
commercial. There are 2 reasons your neighborhood Radio Shack is the best place to buy an LCD HD TV. First, you get me, which means you'll get the right advice. Second, you can add to your LCD HD TV with a free TiVo DVR. A TiVo...
Get your free TiVo DVR now at Radio Shack.
Man, I could watch that again.
So our first TiVo ad, I think that at this point in time, Radio Shack is doing an admirable job of staying up to date with products of that time period.
Also, people were obsessed with TiVo.
Yeah, you guys probably long for the days where you could buy the TiVo and plug it into your computer, whereas now most of them come with DVR already installed.
Yeah, the thing I miss the most.
It's not the same. It's not the same plugging in the HDMI.
My parents never had a TiVo until I moved out of the house.
We never had a TiVo either.
I've had a DVR for about 2 or 3 years.
You still have DVR currently.
Well, it comes with my television.
And you pay for a package?
I do, yeah.
Wow, who are you with?
Videotron.
How much does that cost?
Well, it's all part of a bundle with my phone and internet and TV.
What do you pay for that kind of thing?
No, I do not have a LAN for all. Well, it's all combined into one package, so the prices are combined.
Well, what do you pay?
What do I pay? The whole thing is probably maybe $140.
That's not bad.
No.
And what's that? Phone, internet, cable,
and television. Yeah.
Wow.
And they just keep giving me more data on my phone.
That's pretty sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got 12 gigs of data on my phone.
Whoa.
I can just stream music. I don't even have to download it.
It's a lot of jigs.
This guy doesn't need an iPod.
Yeah.
That guy's name, John Murray.
Not a celebrity.
Not a celebrity.
No.
Commercial actor.
Well, this is going to bring us to the close of the 7th edition of the Radio Shack Retrospective. Alex, this is your first time here. Most people are bewildered. How did you feel going through these commercials? You were here for a very pivotal episode. You did not get to enjoy what we have been enjoying, which is the true retro flavor of Radio Shack. What did it feel for you, though, to take a step into a time machine back to your teen years?
I mean, yeah, it did feel like I did feel like I went in like a little bit of a time machine, you know, like I could picture, you know, watching those ads, you know, maybe in the middle of an episode of the OC.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Dawson's Creek, One Tree Hill.
Dawson's Creek, you know, maybe a little TGIF on
Gilmore
ABC.
Girls.
I didn't really watch Gilmore Girls, but yeah, like maybe if I tuned in every once in a while.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it really took me back, you know.
You could buy something at Radio Shack and put in your Lilith Fair CD.
Yeah,
Oh, Lilith Fair, I think it was the 90s.
I think that was a little,
Yeah,
maybe
but
women in song.
Well, that's what I meant. Women in song.
Yeah, well, we've done that episode. The three of us came together
that's
for
right.
the,
Yeah, we
the
have,
at-home, review of the female singer-songwriters of the 90s.
But of course, people listen to earlier music.
No, not at all.
No, because their girlfriends made them get rid of it.
Oh, yeah, that's
true.
right.
You're right.
Alex, coming in from the chat from Jay Voorhees, you've officially entered his world of compliments. Alex, I like your lampshade.
Well, thanks. IKEA.
There we go.
Jay Voorhees.
There's been a lot of subtle commercials for a variety of brands. There's IKEA, Videotron, Apple. There's been a lot tonight. Dave, how do you feel as the 7th edition of this retrospective winds down?
I like that we're on the back half. I can feel it ending in my bones. I can sense it. It's coming. And I'm happy about that.
How much progress did we make?
We did pretty well today. We're now officially at 1 hour and 22 minutes and 5 seconds. So we made 12 minutes progress.
We made exactly 12 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, how much time do we have left?
Well, 2 hours and 5 minutes minus 1 hour and 22 minutes is, that math is doable.
Well, on that note, Dave and Alex, I have to thank you so much for being here tonight. Alex, your return was marked with a true happening in at-home history, so I thank you for being here and indulging it. Dave, we've been on quite a journey. The journey is going to continue. Who knows? We may add a surprise episode at some point this week, but maybe we won't. You have to stay posted to all of our social media outlets.
It's a surprise.
And that's why it's a surprise. And when I say social media outlets, I mean our Instagram account, At Home with James. Until then, that's Alex. That's Dave. I'm James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.
You are watching At Home with James with your host, James McGee, and special guests, Alex Brown and Dave Kaufman. Thanks for tuning in, and tune into the next one. Same bat time, same bat channel.